And if you go online, building on this video clip from India, you go on YouTube, you'll see all sorts of debates that NGOs hold for children all across the world, not just in India. They often provide things like trophies and prizes to make it interesting for kids. Say people who give speeches, children who give speeches about the best speech about why corruption is bad for their country. And so just to summarize what we've learned today, right? We've learned about, this is building on our discussion last time. Again, we're doing 3 lectures on different ways in curbing corruption. We already talked about how domestic governments can fight corruption. And so today we've been talking about the role of civil society, when non-government organizations get together, when people like you and me get together in order to try and fight corruption, and the different ways in which it can play a key role in the fight against corruption, right? So we discussed examples in 4 key categories. You'll remember that first category, right? We talked about Law 9840. We also talked about Lei da Ficha Limpa, right? The clean slate law. And these were how civil society organizations can really mobilize for legislation, right? Mobilize laws. So we saw that with Law 9840. We saw that with the clean slate law. And to a more limited extent, we talked about Anna Hazare in India. But these are all ways in which citizens can work together, often in concerted effort through non-governmental organizations, to pressure the government to pass new laws, right? To pass legislation. We also talked about a second way, and then we had examples of that, in which citizens work together, civil society organizations, non-governmental organizations work to help report instances of corruption, typically petty corruption, really pushed forward, made easier through the internet. We talked about the really phenomenal case of I Paid a Bribe in India, which had also some success in other countries like Kenya as well as others. But then we saw the real challenges it faced in the context of China and why that was. Third, we talked about another key way in which civil society helps that fight against corruption, and that being responding really loudly when there's a scandal, a corruption scandal, and really showing its deep disapproval of scandals in a very public way, and then how this can help allies within the government try and fight corruption, right? We looked at examples of the Philippines, which worked to some extent, but then also in Brazil, where we saw really promising developments. And then fourth, as we just looked with that series of clips, we talked about how citizens can join together in that force. Civil society can jointly push ways of boosting awareness of citizens about just how bad corruption is. And we saw those clips from different areas. But thank you very much. Next time, we're going to be talking about the role of international community in fighting corruption. Have a great day.